wanna see you alone, I wanna shatter the stone, I wanna bounce the bone, I wanna mess with it, I wanna lay to the field, a whole crew on the seal, I want the preacher appeal, I wanna bless with it, I wanna head to a mass to get cast in it, a shit's funnier than any A class in it, I wanna talk to the clown who wants apologies down, pay him £300 and take a class in it, I wanna bite the phone, I wanna bleed the town, I wanna see you alone, 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 I wanna straight the shack, I find me someone to pack, like the light when it's dark, it's dark, it's dark, it's dark, a few stairs about, make it feel like peace and away.
You look really well. Right, we're back in England, back to the training, week 9, so over a third way through now, when we're over the build phase and into the next phase. So this is my first actual tempo run, so it's about 8-9k, then we've got 15 minutes of half marathon pace in there, which I'm putting at around 5 minute 30 kilometre, because if I can hold that on the day after cycling and swimming, I'll be really happy with it. So that's what we're doing today. 36 hours in Dublin, absolutely unreal city. Lots of Guinness was had, lots of fun was had. Just great city, definitely go back. Very windy today though, bloody hell. Hence why I've got the old windbreaker on. Yeah, very quick Dublin debrief. So got a very early flight down on Sunday morning, around 8:30, in Dublin city centre by about 10:30, which is unreal. I think the flight was about 40 minutes, which, yeah, it's class. First time in Dublin, got there, had a little look around the city, did the old Guinness tour. I'll insert my review of that now.
How was the Guinness tour?
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I really enjoyed the experience, but as brewery tours go, I don't think it was fantastic. It's my third brewery tour, so I think I'm qualified to know what I'm talking about. I would have loved to see more about how they actually brew Guinness, where it was more kind of like commercial advertising, marketing. Although the marketing stuff was actually really interesting, because Guinness marketing is obviously really good, because on paper it should be a bit of an old man drink, like a John Smith's, but no one's going, oh, let's get a John Smith's so we can split the Smiths. No one's saying that. So yeah, it's actually really interesting how they're doing the marketing. Shout out to the Whistling Oyster. So yeah, and also when we got to the gravity bar at the top, which is meant to be the big thing, you know, you get your pints of Guinness, it's absolutely heaving. There was nowhere to sit, so we were just kind of wandering around like a couple of paupers with our Guinness, and it was a little, it was a little bit annoying. The whole thing was just very busy, so it was worth doing. Would I do it again? No. And also the Guinness in there wasn't even that good, I don't think. We went to a bar just around the corner, shout out to Ben Smith, who is a real person. It sounds like a made-up name, like John Doe. But Ben Smith is a real person. He recommended a place literally around the corner, and the Guinness there was really good. So we had a couple there, which was nice. So yeah, overall experience, 7 out of 10. Brewery tour, 5 out of 10.
So yeah, that's what I thought of the Guinness tour. Well, my top tip for any city break, we do it everywhere we go, me and Luce. Second morning, we'll always do like a walking tour. So they're just called like free walking tours. So any city you're going to, literally just type in the city name, free walking tour. And they're basically just run by often students or local people that live in the city. And they'll just do like a 2.5 hour tour, taking you around their favourite spots. And they're class because you get to see the city, you get to see different areas that you may want to come back to, and they give you like great recommendations for food, places to go, places to see, because they actually live there. So yeah, that's my top tip for city breaks. Give a free walking tour a go.
Back in the doorway, unfortunately. Outside is out of commission for a while. It's wet, windy and cold, so I have to just park up here again. Yeah, this is going to be horrible, to be honest. I've got to do an hour and 10 minutes before work, so I've gotten up at what is the crack of dawn for me, 7:30, to get up and do this. So yeah, really not looking forward to it. Yeah, a few small issues with my right calf. It just feels really achy ever since I did that 5k
all out effort on my recovery week last week. So I did a tempo run yesterday, and yeah, it seems to have written off my calf. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take it easy on the speed work for another little bit and try and start doing some calf strengthening exercises. So yeah, a little annoying. Ankle feels fine, which is good, but kind of traded one injury for another. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Right, that's cycle done. Actually, felt unreal, to be fair. I thought it was going to be an absolute slog. I don't think my fitness is kind of what's limiting me on the bike. I think it's my muscular endurance in my legs. So every 10 minutes I'd whack the resistance up on the turbo trainer and just kind of do like 80 to 85 RPM cadence, just kind of grind for about 3 minutes, and I really got the legs burning. And then 7 minutes, kind of easy, 3 minutes back on the high resistance. So I'm going to start doing more workouts like that, I think, to yeah, kind of build the cycling fitness. But overall, yeah, it was great. Right, Wednesday lunchtime, off for a swim off the back of the bike that I did this morning. So yeah, busy day today. Swimming wise, I'm going to do around a 20 length warm up and then intervals, 10 length intervals, and then hopefully do around 4 intervals and then a bit of a cool down afterward. Yeah, I've actually got a bit of restored enthusiasm for the swimming after last week. Just seeing that 2-minute PB over 1500 meters has kind of given me a bit of a boost, because I wasn't really enjoying the swimming too much, to be honest. Swimming's such an annoying one because it's so dependent on other people. Say you go for a run or go for a cycle, it's like it doesn't really matter what anyone else is doing, but because you're in these small lanes when you swim, you're so dependent on how busy the lane is to basically just depend on how good the session's going to be, which is really annoying. Swim in the bag, ended up doing 2k in total, so 20 length warm up and then 4 lots of 10 length intervals and then 20 lengths to finish off, and it was decent, to be fair. The lane started off very quiet, filled up a bit and then went quiet again, so overall didn't have any issues doing my intervals or anything like that. So yeah, it was decent. The Wednesday slot has redeemed itself, but very excited for this evening, going to watch Project Hail Mary. And I think in episode 3 is when I recommended the book. Forked out for the everyman to be nice and comfortable, because I think it's a pretty long movie. But the next clip will be me doing my review of the movie on the way back from the cinema. Just on the way back from the cinema now, Project Hail Mary. Yeah, absolutely incredible, 10 out of 10. No notes, was just superb. I laughed, I cried, I had a bloody good time. So yeah, definitely recommend it. I know I've been known to use a bit of hyperbole in this. Some of my comments about being Gordon Ramsay were maybe a little bit over the top. I was saying to Lucy earlier, I said, if I could have one memory wipe, if I could remove something from my memory, it'd be that show, so I could watch it again for the first time. But yeah, genuinely, best film I've seen for a very long time. It was really true to the book, which was good. And yeah, it was just fantastic, so get watching. Lovely. Oh, good morning. It is currently 7-ish? 7-ish in the morning. This is the earliest run I think I've maybe ever gone on in my life. But we're getting up and at it before work. How are you feeling on this very brisk morning, Dom?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Bit nippy.
Bit nippy, yeah. Although you did say your car was frozen, but then you still went for the just shorts and t-shirt.
Oh, I didn't notice. Just stepped past that.
Bad. Oh, glorious morning though, not a cloud in the sky. It's fantastic. Oh, just say goodbye to the DOP. He's got a jet off to Lincoln. Very excited for him.
Goodbye, first-rate education. Hello, the University of Lincoln.
So yeah, just doing a few extra K on my own, because I don't start until 9, so got nothing else to do for an hour before work. So telling him about Project Hail Mary. I just can't stop thinking about it. I've been spreading the gospel. Should be on commission for that book and film. And telling everyone about it. One of the Hail Mary disciples, Edmund.
Is it any different from a cherry one?
Tastes like a Dr. Pepper mixed with vanilla Coke. Yeah, actually really nice. Reminds me a bit of cream soda. Like that. Little Thursday treat. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, that's a joke. Five Guys, more like, guys, get a load of Ed and Louis burgers. How are you feeling today, Dom?
Good, man.
Right, so that makes a change from the usual Friday attitude. Both
Well,
just
it's
knackered.
because I've finished work for 2
Oh yeah, yeah. Lucky for some. I'm thinking plan today, do 500 metre sets and do 3 or 4 of them. And then yeah. How does that sound?
Good with me, man. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah. And that's the plan. Right, swim done, 2k in the bag. That's biggest swim week yet, 4k in total. How do you find it, Dom?
Yeah, pretty good actually.
Yeah, it was alright though. Lane a little bit congested. I think there was 5 of us in the lane at one point, which is 4's pushing it, 5's just taking the piss, to be honest. Then the medium lane, which is 2 lanes, only had like 3 people in it, but we know what happened last time I went in the medium lane. This is your last session before you're off to Sri Lanka. Yeah. Going to be a lonely couple of weeks of training for me, I think. Yeah. Try and guilt trip you. Right, morning. We're out. Longest ride of all time. Taking on a 75-kilometre monster today. Looking forward to it, but also saw the forecast and the wind's coming back, so I'm hoping I can get back before it really gets bad. But gorgeous day, once again. Getting pretty lucky with when I go out for these cycles. Oh, it's mainly because I look at the weather and go out when it is nice, but yeah, glorious. Let's have it. The route's been scuppered almost instantly. Basically the main road I need to go down is shut. So I've had to do a pretty dramatic detour. Hello. The beauty of the M40, the UK Autobahn. Jogging up a big old climb now. It's nearly a kilometre long. State of the view though, it's beautiful. Uh-oh. Oh, it's getting gnarly. We're going to stop for a little pit stop. We are just over 40k in, so should be over halfway. In terms of fueling, I do need to invest in some gels, but they're very expensive and I just haven't brought any yet. So instead I've created this, which is called Ed's Mega Mix. We've got some pretzels, we've got some other sweets. Pretzels for a bit of salt, sweets for a bit of energy. So yeah, we're going to tuck into some of this and see how we go. So yeah, this is my gel alternative. I'm so far away from home now. I think I'm like a 30-minute drive away, so I hope nothing bad happens. Just nothing more infuriating than cycling into the wind. It feels like an act of God just purposely making it harder for no reason. Because hills, yeah, you have to deal with hills, but they're always there. Whereas the wind, it's like, why today? It's annoying. I love windsurfing, and there's never any wind on the weekends when I want to go windsurfing. But now when I want to go cycling, it's always really windy. Very frustrating. Sod's law. We made it to the Cotswolds. That's it's a long way. I'm not sure what this sheep's about. It looks like a bit of an emo sheep. He's kind of got the emo fringe going on. So yeah, that's interesting. Maybe Cotswolds an area of a lot of emos. Or a lot of emo sheep anyway. But yeah, we're about 2.5 hours in, 50k. It's got about another hour left, I think. Just had one of those nature valley bars, the ones where you bite them and then it crumbles into ash and just disappears everywhere. So yeah, we're gonna just grind it out. Legs are feeling it. But yeah, there's only 2 more climbs left, so it should be all good. Oh, made it back in one piece. Jesus, could barn it. Didn't actually get much on like the last 20k. I was going into the wind and I was struggling hard, so I was like, I'm just gonna power through it and get home. I think fueling strategy, I think the Mega Mix worked well, and I have one of them Nature Valley Crumble Boys. I think with the cycling, it's more the muscular endurance, that's what's like doing me in at the moment. Right, Sunday morning run. Got a new character unlocked, the Gaffer. How are you feeling this morning, mate?
Good. It's dry.
Yeah, it's dry, not windy.
Good to be on the training.
Yeah, on the Greenway. Nicknamed the Gaffer because he used to be our football coach. We had an unbelievable team back in the day.
We had a diamond team. The injuries killed us. We were the fittest team by far.
Yeah, we were.
It was all good. We turned nervous left backs into flying wingers. We turned centre halves into ball playing midfielders. I think that we took the lead by surprise. It was good.
As we always kick off when we get a new character, what's your greatest footballing moment?
There's kind of 2 that comes to mind. There's a team one and an individual one. So I quickly skim on the team one.
Nice.
Winning the treble, long edge.
Nice.
Can't remember the last time we won a treble. Unbelievable stuff. Scoring a goal. Louis Mitchell, shout out.
Nice.
90th minute, win the league at home.
Class.
Beautiful. Individual. Now, I've heard on this channel.
Yeah.
Some.
You've had a call out, mate.
I've had a call out on this channel.
We're playing against my brother Sam.
Oh yeah.
HRI. Scoring the winner in that.
Oh.
Reverse fixture. Away at Harbury. Wellsbourne, sorry. Banged a hat trick. Let me talk you through the hat trick.
Yeah, let's hear it.
First one. On the left hand side,
nice.
Dribble in, cut in. All I can hear is George shout, "Don't let him shoot." What did I do? Shoot. Second one.
Eden Hazard, that sounds.
It's a goal, mate. It's a goal.
Yeah, they all count.
Anyway, we go 2-0 up. They score again, 2-2. Hearts are broken. Anyway, about 85th minute.
Nice.
I'm up front. They've got a corner. Comes in. Centre half picks up, like kind of scramble, gets the ball. Long ball on the floor. Give it the old dummy through the legs.
Oh.
Down the touchline. Keeper's coming out. I'm about 30 yards on the touchline.
Yeah.
Chip.
You haven't.
Chip the
You haven't logged it.
dink. Back in the net. 3-2.
3-2, good night.
And that was my best footballing moment.
There you go. Right, the Gaffer here as well is a fellow free peaker, fellow 5k open water swimmer. So we've been through the walls together. I want to know, what is your high and low from the National Free Peaks Challenge?
Many highs, many lows.
Yeah, metaphorically and literally.
The high, I think, for me was the top of Ben Nevis. And honestly, it was the bluest sky.
Yeah, it was
like
unreal.
Cloud and sky. You could see, there was like a big stag down there, like halfway up.
Oh yeah.
And you could just, it was just honestly one of the best views
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
It was class. It like
so
proper
lucky
set the
for
tone,
that.
didn't it?
And that was the first one as well.
Yeah.
Saw some
exactly.
guy doing it barefoot as well.
Yeah, so there's a couple characters I wanted to ask you about. When you're doing it, basically just stumble across the same groups of people who were doing it every time. And we found this fella doing it barefoot. On Ben Nevis, he seemed pretty cheery, but we were coming down from Scarfell Pike and he was just going up and it was just like getting dark. So he was in for a grim old night ahead of him.
The Barefoot Wonder, if you're watching this, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to him, because that is a good achievement. And what was your low point?
I think the low point for sure was right at the start of Snowdon. I could do about 3 or 4 for Snowdon.
Yeah, mate.
What a grim time.
The whole 4-hour ordeal of Snowdon was just absolutely horrendous.
It was just, honestly, winds, I couldn't even imagine the speed.
Oh, mate.
Rain. Bearing in mind it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
We'd just done
knackered.
2 others. I had done the night drive.
Oh, yeah.
So I drove through the night, I've not slept. And we got there and it was pissing down with rain.
Yeah.
I'd done the first 2 in shorts.
Oh, I forgot about
to
it.
myself, I can't do shorts here.
No.
It's absolutely torrential rain. So I had bought myself some waterproof trousers before the trip. Didn't test them,
No,
didn't try them on,
no.
just bought some waterproof trousers.
Yeah.
Whack off the shorts in the van, put them on, think, little snug, little tight. Walked up about 50 rocks vertically Never felt pain like it in the ass. They were pulling, they were tight,
So
they were
tight.
sore. And then shout out George again.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
Give me a suggestion of taking them off and looking up in my boxes.
Yeah, so...
Which, I didn't think I gave him the kindest reaction, man.
No, George, who's featured on the channel, and I was like, oh, just take them off, mate. Which would have meant that you were climbing Snowdon in the pitch black, in nothing but your boxers, in probably what feels like -1 with wind chill and tipping it down in rain. Yeah, so safe to say, yeah, didn't get the best reception.
Yeah, I think test your kit. I think the other suggestion I'd have is, I think you should definitely get a driver.
Yeah.
If you've got somebody who thinks, pay him a few quid maybe, a mate or someone who doesn't want to do it, take a driver, because
1,000,000%.
it does take it out of you. So they're long old drives. It's like a
Yeah.
5-hour drive, 6-hour drive
Yeah.
through the night. It's, you know, it's a hard doing, so I would advise getting a driver.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Just enjoy it, to be fair.
Yeah, savour it.
We had a really good bunch that went,
Yeah,
which definitely helped.
1,000,000%.
So, yeah.
That's the thing, enjoy it, because it is a bit of fun at the end of the day. There's one other character I wanted to ask you about. So,
It's got to be who I think it is.
yeah, so there was this group of people doing it, and a fella leading them, blaring out these songs as well, which don't know if that's really the vibe on a mountain. People want to go for a bit of peace and quiet, playing like drum and bass, walking up the mountain. And we see this fella every bloody time, and then he lets us in on a little story about when he did the National Three Peaks Challenge on Christmas Day. Just him and a mate. He somehow found a mate to do all the driving for him, and he was saying he's never cried on a mountain before until that day. He was on Mount Snowdon on his own on Christmas Day, broke down in tears, wailing into the mountain. So yeah, he was a very interesting character.
Yeah, I mean, it was like it was a bit of a brag.
Yeah.
So, well, I've cried on Christmas Day on the mountain.
Yeah, we all just kind of felt a bit sorry for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Seemed like a pretty, yeah, had a lot of demons, that fella. But yeah, so you meet some absolute warlocks on the Three Peaks Challenge, but it's a great time. Beautiful. 16k in the bag, how was that?
Good, yeah, felt good. Happy with that, nice steady pace.
Yeah, that was class, man.
Nice run, nice location.
Yeah, that's the best run I've done. I'd say I'm gonna go on a limb, that's the best run I've done since I started this training. Legs felt like rock solid. Had like a few niggles recently, but yeah, felt absolutely sound today. Especially off the back of the long ride yesterday, so yeah, I take that every day.